too, like, you know, where your throws getting bodied, right? All those sorts of things. So really, really strong. Does great damage too. Has also some really great normals as well. You have to respect it all around. There we go. And Julio, and I love the way he takes advantage of those normals. He's someone where he is so good at understanding when someone's trying to run in on him, right? And once he's doing his zoning, and he halts that, right? His goal is really to interrupt you while you're dashing in on his own pressure, and you know, get a counter hit or whatever it may be, and then continue to get that stage presence. So being aware of when someone is trying to get in on you and limiting their movement and punishing them for it is just a hallmark of a very strong player, especially for a zoner, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And also just like the ability to mix up a lot, you know, let your opponents know that you don't have one or two tricks, you got a whole bag of them. And I've seen a lot of cancels out of Julio for the fireball, you know, using that, just making it so it's a lot less guaranteed when the Sandblast can come out. They're really fast, you know, really hard to deal with for a lot of characters, but you know, JP, he's got a million tools at this range, as we can see right now.
He's got it all, man, for sure. Step back, slowly but surely, trying to ink his way in. Recognizes that Julio's Samurai rather is in a position where he can kind of go ahead and pelt him with Sandblast, or kind of go for a DR in reaction. DR is really good against JP, especially against Phantoms, because Phantoms essentially are inert until they are in proximity to a player. So if you do well-timed DR, you can actually run through before the Phantom actually gets active, and that's really where you're going to see a lot of counter options there. So
just like that.
Yep. So that's where JPs are really going to be focused on that when you kind of get in that positioning, or try to halt you from getting into that position where you can start to mount your offense.
And that's what we've seen Julio be using these cancels for a lot. He's been canceling the fireball and then going into jabs, and right now just getting that level 3 spent, you know, ending it for sure.
Story time, baby. See ya.
How does it end? In ruin.
This guy, man. He's the worst storyteller of all time, JP.
It's the same story every damn time.
Get your ass down. I'm tired of this guy. Character's dang menace. But Julio going to put one on the board.
So this is best of 5 as well?
Yes, I believe so. They're in best of 5 territory. Yeah, they're in the loser semis, right? So there we go, man. Right off the bat, you always love the DR opener, baby.
Yeah, and this
love to see it.
This is definitely where we're gonna probably see a lot more out of Samurai. Julio in the corner, not a lot of space to back up and set up these projectiles, but really good use of that OD fireball to try to set up a little bit more pressure. Still, though, undeterred is Samurai, setting up these rushes, getting some combos off into the Sandblast.
Yep, just waiting for that OD amnesia into a grab. That is that perfecto. I love to see it.
That's such a big difference between the previous games where it's like, all right, I have managed to corner JP. Now I'm the one in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, the Luke Classic, man, and great. Oh, I love that OD Sandblast, man. Such a great tool to really offense in reaction. Here we go.
That's exactly what you were talking about with that rush through the fireball, you know?
Oh my gosh, that jump Fierce is so good. Yeah, wait again on the OD amnesia. I'm choosing not to forget. Let's see the pressure. Yeah, and it looks like Julio's just trying to debate if he wants to use the OD Phantom or if he's going to try to back him up himself. Yep, there it is, OD Phantom. Trying to push him out. Yep, departure out of here. I love it. The stage is now mine. The stage is forfeit. My man fights out. He said, I'm going to fight in Burnout. Oh, man, yeah.
What's he going to do?
We're just going to let this one rock here. Let's see.
Big damage.
I'm
no
so
critical art spent.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised that we didn't see
level 2.
Here. Are we gonna do it?
Oh yeah. That's so hard to block.
Oh yeah, in that kind of situation, it's gonna be very hard, right? I know that I think it's usually you can block the first 2 Phantoms, and then there's a certain gap where you can jump forward out for certain characters, or you can jump back. You may get hit by a tail Phantom, but you don't receive a ton of damage. Great jump. Yes, waiting for the OD Phantom, right? That's been definitely a go-to there. Oh, you know the damage time. Yes, absolutely.
Here it is.
Welcome to the UFC, baby. Get duffed. Perfecto.
Double perfect.
Why not?
Put another one on the board after losing game 1. Yeah. Really making a statement here for Samurai.
Yeah, Samurai playing very, very well, man. I love his awareness, right? Instantly recognize how strong of a tool and how Julio prioritized using the OD Phantom to really clear up space once he kind of got in mid-range. So I love that he waited for it. Love to get up, wake up DR. It's for overhead, not going to get it, but you know what time it is. Loop to loop. Yeah, we got to push some buttons here.
Using these feints even at super close range.
Yeah, but I love a great parry here, of course. For those of you who are watching right now, trying to learn this game, learn how to parry instead of blocking. Parry is so good, especially in situations where you know it doesn't really matter. You can't get hit with a punish counter grab or anything like that, because being able to parry allows you to consistently be in a place where you have meter. When you are chilling and blocking in this game, there's so many times if you're not aware, all of a sudden you lost a ton of your drive gauge simply just blocking standard block strings and like frame trap setups and all those kind of things. So parry is going to be what helps you through that. And now he's going to be able to pressure here because he has to respect it.
He can sort of drive impact with a little regard, because the chip damage, if he counter drive impacts, is going to be basically killing him. So, oh, but here it is.
Yeah.
Level 2, big damage, and tries to departure it. It does get the
empty
pressure.
Low, empty low.
Oh, love it.
Good stuff. Yeah, and the thing is too, you have a situation where Luke, if you're going and like, oh, I'm gonna go for like a DI and stuff like you said, right? He is a point where kind of a similar like checkmate situation. So phenomenal stuff.
Yeah.
Up, good anti-air. Yeah, we're gonna put that Phantom out. Gonna block high, and man, long range DR, man, that full Dominican. The pressure throws, absolutely. Another one. Where you at? OD Amnesia.
Okay. This is a big opportunity for Julio, who is just racking it up. He almost has that critical art stored up, but he's going to need a couple more hits.
Oh, he's good to go. I mean, at this point, right?
If he can combo it.
Yeah, conversion. So you can hear, yep, the long range DR again. Great timing. That is what you practice when you are playing up against a Luke, right? Kimberly, it's nice because I just teleport and call it a day. But, you know, honestly, for a lot of characters, that's really just global mechanics, right? That can allow you to really pressure JPs when needed most. I love it. OD, Sandblast, man. You got to have that pocket sand on you. The pressure here now into the corner. Just wait slowly but surely. Yeah, trying to create some pressure of his own, right? He wants to dictate the offense on his terms. Gonna go here for the level 3. Good stuff. Gonna whittle down some of this drive gauge as well, too, while we're graining his own, allowing him to set up some pressure. 1-2 switch, snap to it. Oh, I love it, Dan. Just going for the grab. Phenomenal stuff.
Yeah,
and just like that,
if he gets the hit in, the departures are not gonna come out. And
good stuff. We have enough for the command grab. Yeah, that is a Julio classic, man.
I love the cancels into command grab. That's one of my favorite things to do.
It's good stuff, man. You gotta respect it. Character has so many options, right? So it can be a hard mental stack sometimes. So you'll see those things come into play and be very, very effective because of it.
Oh, and another. Where are you going? But this time the side switch is here for Julio. Just trying to get out of that corner, but the Sandblaster once again answering his pressure quite well.
Yep, Sandblast is always going to be on deck. Yep, another command grab in reaction to the parries.
And that is one of the rare dangers of trying to use that parry. JP able to capitalize on it from a little bit farther than some characters.
Absolutely. See? Up there. I love that. Just going to whittle him out the air. Especially with that arc. Really good anti-air there from Julio. Level 1. So Julio will throw out some what buttons times, right? And this is a classic. Tails all the time, Street Fighter 2, right? You throw out these buttons, right, to see what people do in reaction. You know, a lot of them will see a movement and assume it is a zoning tool, it's some kind of projectile. But you know, that's where you get a mix up there. Just a standard zoner mix up. But Samurai is not phased at all. But look at the parry, and I love it. Getting some good damage and then send him all the way back. This time around, it's going to block this OD Sandblast because that has been a tool that Samurai has used time and time again to get back on the offensive, right? That tool, getting that knockdown, making it a very, very amazing projectile and so quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing we saw, there was a nice little mix-up using from the departure. Pretty much every time Julio has gone for the empty low out of the departure, and that time he just went for the instant grab. But,
yep, wake up. That's another thing too, right? When you're going to deal in those kind of circumstances, preemptively buffering that super, and then going ahead and hitting that funnel button on reaction, right? Good stuff. We're going to go into that final round here for this Game 4. Potential for Julio to move on to losers finals. And man, yeah, said I caught you lacking this time. I know you've seen the DR into the overhead time and time again. This time around, I'm going to get you with something nice, man, with the throw. But man, that is going to be damage. And a perfectly executed level 3. Really big, allows him to regain that drive gauge. And of course, set up a little situation for himself. Man, what was your ODDP doing? Nothing at all.
Yeah, it was getting you hit is what it was doing. Oh, man. And now just setting up these spacing and burnout against JP. Not a good place to be, and he's trying to find his way in, but it's so much harder when you don't have that drive rush on deck. And here's the combo into the overhead swing, into the spikes, and there it is.
And I love it.